bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action with Montana. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They run the counter now on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This defense for the Dolphins, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the... Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 9-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
They will look to throw. Montana. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. Play action. It's Montana. And that is incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Marino. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
A big play there for the Dolphins. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Marino to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Marino on 1st down. Dancing to his left. finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now Montana. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Montana. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Montana. Flushed out right. This is caught by Evans. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Marino. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
From the 17, Marino. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action with Marino. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw is Montana. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
14, Buccaneers 3.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First down catch there by O.J. Howard. Well done, and he's got to be excited because he missed a lot of the fun last year after suffering a torn Achilles back in Week 4. But his head coach, Bruce Arians, says the sky's the limit for him in 2021 after rehabbing in the offseason.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Mike's 40. I'll get him, get him, get him. Hey, 40's Mike, 40's Mike, right there. 40's
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Montana. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Waddle now to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now Marino. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Take 4, take 4.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Montana to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
We got 3, we got 3. Hey,
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Marino. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first and 10, it's Marino. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 35 on second down, Montana. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second and a yard, Montana. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Montana's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Jason McCourty, the former Patriot, in on the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And this is back to an 8-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Marino finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Marino. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1st and 10 for Montana and company. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action with Montana. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Back now in Tampa. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Marino's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Marino firing quickly here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, Marino. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Marino to throw it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Marino to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 79 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he'll give it here to his running back. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Montana. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary throwing it towards the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.